Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Park Bowl. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we get ready for what should be game number one. We've already went through 5 innings of excellent baseball, and here we are now to begin the second game. This will be an elimination game. First pitch is going to be just a bit low and outside. It's 1-0, the ball game underway here. The second offering here, as it features the Bi-State Bulldogs, they will be the home team, and it's going to be the Westby Coon Valley Bandits and Nedlin leading things off. Let's turn the mic back over to Chuck.
All right, thanks, Ken. As you said, Devin Nedlin batting here in the top half of the inning for Westby Coon Valley. Nedlin, number 2 on his back, playing center field. And there's a fly ball out towards left. The shortstop is going to catch that, and that's Jackson Kendall making the catch for out number 1. Connor Butzler will be batting now. On the mound, Gabe Shepard for Bi-State. Behind the plate is Owen Hawes. Butzler, number 7, playing shortstop this game. He'll be followed by Bo Milutinovic.
Well, Chuck, here's maybe the big question. Can Westby Coon Valley bounce back after a tough loss in 12 innings?
I think so. These kids are young. They love to play baseball. They're loose, ready to go.
That's true.
So
all of the above.
Here's a called strike on Butzler. Count at 2-1. Ken, do you know who the umpires are for this game?
You know, I didn't even. Bradley Roche is in the outfield.
All right. There's a bouncer towards the middle. And a nice grab by Kendall. But that's going to be a hit.
Yeah, Roche in the being the base umpire, and I'm trying to get the look here behind the plate. I'll have to do a little checking.
All right, this will bring up Bo Milutinovic, number 5. Milutinovic pitching today. Pitch down low. Ken, do you know the umpires for this game?
Yeah, it's going to be Jason Rude now behind the plate. I thought it looked like him, but I wasn't 100% with that. And, of course, then, as I mentioned, Brad Roche doing the bases. They'll be here for 2 games. This one and the next, I'm sure.
All right. Runner on first takes off, throw on down to second, and the runner's going to go in standing. So Butzler in with a stolen base. And the count on Milutinovic at 1-1. We have 1 down. We're in the top half of inning number 1 between Westby Coon Valley and Bi-State. There's a ground ball towards Kendall. Kendall's got it. He's going to fake the throw, and he's going to tag out Butzler. Nice fake by Kendall.
Yeah, I didn't even see that one. I was thinking my first base camera has been moved, so I've got to go and adjust that. And I thought, well, I'm going to move the camera and up here, and that was the mistake.
The runner takes off again and throw down to second. Once again, the runner, this time Milutinovic, is in safe with a stolen base. 2 outs. Bodie Dempsey batting. Number 21 playing left field. The swing and miss by Dempsey. Behind the plate, Owen Hawes. Gabe Shepard is the pitcher here. At first base, Logan Barr. Nick Schultz is at second. Jackson Kendall, the shortstop. Shaw McCoy playing third. Pitch is high and away. In the outfield, it's Eli Krause in left. Xander Wendt in center field, and Jerry Weber. Jerry Weber.
Oh, Weber, yes.
Weber in right. There's a fly ball towards left field, and it's going to go out of play. Count it 1-2 on Dempsey. Again, I'll give you a prompt here that I'm going to have you give a recap as far as how each of these teams got here. Westby with a record of 18-6 on the season. And Bi-State with a record of 6-9.
Well, Bi-State able to come in today. They thought they were going to be playing last night, but they defeated Black River Falls yesterday to earn this spot.
There's a base hit by Dempsey. The runner, Miletinovich, will score.
And then, of course, Westby Coon Valley has to drop down into this consolation elimination ball game after a tough 3-2 loss to the Viroqua 138ers that we just watched moments ago.
Okay, and this will bring up Cale Griffin with 2 outs, run across here for Westby Coon Valley in this first inning. The runner at first is Bodie Dempsey. He takes off. And he'll be safe. Throw goes into center field, but it's not going to go far enough or away enough that Dempsey's going to be able to go to second. Looks like a common theme here is that when Westby Coon Valley gets a runner on base, they're going to try to steal.
They're going to push Haas as the catcher is what they're looking at doing.
Mm-hmm. Griffin takes the pitch high. 2-0.
That was a good job by Went in center field to back that play up too, Chuck.
Yes. Yep. That's going to get past the catcher back to the screen, and Dempsey's moving on over to third with the pass ball. Count on Griffin at 3-0. Toss over to third. Easily back is Dempsey. Griffin will take the walk. Number 14, Gavin Larson will bat now. Playing second base today is Larson. The runners at first and third. Griffin stays put at first, at least for a pitch. Stays there again. There's a fly ball out towards right field. Jerry Weber will be there. He'll make the catch for out number 3. But one run across for Westby Coon Valley in this first inning. Home half of inning number 1. It'll be Nick Schultz, Jerry Weber, and Owen Haas leading things off for Bi-State. On the mound is Bo Milutinovic. Milutinovic delivers a strike. And the count at 1-1. 2-1. Fly ball out towards right field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit for Schultz.
Right fielder, Jerry Weber.
Milutinovic on the mound. Behind the plate is Ben Rathel. First base is Cale Griffin, and the second baseman, Gavin Larson. Connor Butzler at short, and Blake Sutton is at third. There's a two-hopper to the shortstop. Butzler for one, and then on over to the first, but that will be late, and Weber reaches with the fielder's choice.
The catcher, Owen Haas.
Bring up Owen Hawes. Hawes, number 3, the catcher. Runner on first is Weber. Quick toss over. Weber back in quickly. Ball 2 to Hawes. The outfield for Westby Coon Valley, Bodie Dempsey is in left. Nedland, Devin Nedland in center. And Lucas Bendel is out there in right. Count 3-0. Runner on first is Weber. Hawes, the number 3 batter in the lineup for Bi-State. He'll take that pitch for a called strike. And that, if he reaches, it'll be Logan Barr. Cleanup hitter in the lineup, followed by Shaw, McCoy, and Jackson Kendall. A pop foul. All to play. 7, 8, 9 batters for Bi-State. Gabe Shepard, Xander Wendt, and Eli Kraus for this game against Westby. Count full. Runner takes off. And then there's a throw down the second. And Hawes will strike out. Stolen base for Weber.
Baseman, Logan Barr.
2 outs. This will bring up the cleanup hitter, Logan Barr. Barr playing first base. Pitch going to be high. Runner on second is Jerry Weber. With 2 outs, Weber gets a short lead. That one almost on the shoulder of Barr.
Yeah, he kind of buzzed him twice there, didn't he?
Yes, 3-0 the count. There'd be a called strike.
Barr probably stands around 6'4" or so.
Yeah, tall young fella. There's a fly ball out towards right center field. It's going to be a long run. He's not going to catch up to it as Lucas Bendel. Bendel picks it up on the warning track and will bring it in. It'll be a double for Logan Barr.
Third baseman, Shaw McCoy.
Brings in a run, and it's going to bring up Shaw McCoy, the third baseman. Number 2.
Well, that shot ties the ball game up at 1 apiece. Both teams with 2 hits right now early on in the ball game.
Pitch is taken down low. Count it 2-0 on McCoy. He'll be followed by Jackson Kendall if he reaches. Barr gets his lead at second. Three and 0. And a walk to McCoy, so runners at first and second.
Well, we want to mention our sponsors. We failed to do that before, but Bank of Cashton helping us out, Scott Wall, Bethel Home and Services here in Viroqua, also Bethel Boutique in Westby, and on the south side here of Viroqua, C&C Landscaping.
Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Pitch was a ball from Milutinovic. Ben Rathel catching. Gail Griffin is at first. Gavin Larson at second. There's a line drive down the third base line in there for a base hit. The runner from second is going to score. And Bi-State takes a 2-1 lead.
Well, quite a shot going right down the line and just missing over there at third base, Lucas Bendel. He gave it a good stretch. He just came up short.
That'll bring up Gabe Shepard, the 7th batter in this inning for Bi-State. That's going to hit him. And so Shepard moves on down to first with a hit by pitch. Kendall moves to second and McCoy to third. 2 runs across here in this first inning.
And a timeout as Coach John Hamilton comes out to the field. Well, a short walk to the mound and a quick word. That's about all it was.
All right, back at it again. Xander went batting. He swings at the first pitch, pops it up. Milutinovic will make the catch for out number 3. 2 runs across, though, for Bi-State. We go to the second inning.
Thanks to Cashton Farm Supply helping us out. That is, of course, Ernie Peterson and family. Central Express with Heather Olson, Pasture Pride, Megan Hemmerschbach, Chaseburg American Legion, Post 202, and Post 116, Coon Valley American Legion, bringing you the ball games today. And John Mislevicek out there in Chaseburg. It's Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op. Well, it's a really, really nice day out and time to play at least a couple of games, I guess.
Yes, sir. We're going to go to the top of inning number 2. It'll be Lucas Bendel. And he hits the first pitch towards the shortstop. It's going to be a tough play, but a good play there by Jackson Kendall, and he'll get out number 1.
Good hustle there by Bendel.
Brings up Ben Rathel. Rathel, number 13, catching this game, and he'll be followed by Blake Sutton. We're in the top of the second. Westby Coon Valley trails 2-1. Fly ball out towards right field. I think it's going to go foul, and it's going to go foul out of play.
Going after that nice little John Deere tractor out there.
Yeah. Put that in the trailer and take it home with me. There's a ground ball foul.
Well, he went right, then left. Let's see if he goes up the middle.
Yeah, I think the count is 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is a called strike 3 on Rathel.
That was Shepard that went right down the middle.
Going to bring up Blake Sutton, the third baseman, number 3. Sutton's had a nice tournament playing third base. Made some very, very nice plays over there.
Yes, he has.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. Healthy swing by Sutton. And the count at 1-2. Count full to Sutton. Foul ball out of play towards the vehicles.
Ooh.
That got one.
You can just hear that thunk out there.
This is popped up behind us. There's a walk for Sutton. Back to the top of the order. Bring up Devin Nedland. Number 2, he flew out to left field in his first at bat this game. Nedland has just finished his sophomore year in high school. Runner takes off, and Sutton will be in standing.
2-1 score with the Bulldogs out in front. Bandits tying run at second base now.
Pop up down the third baseline, and it's going to fall in there for a base hit, and all the way around from second is Sutton. He'll make the score at 2-2. Base hit for Nedland.
Well, you know, that's the screwing line drive like you said before, Chuck. You know,
Yep, that's what it looks like in the book.
Give him an RBI.
Going to bring up Connor Butzler. Butzler singled and stole the base. And then he was on second, a ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop then faked the throw to first, and Butzler was caught a little bit off second and tagged out. Butzler just finished his junior year in high school. The ground ball towards Kendall at short, and he'll touch the bag at second for out number 3.
Made it close. We'll come back with more. Our thanks with Citizens First Bank, Tom Weston and the crew over there helping us out. Larry Service, Coon Valley Dairy Supply and his family. And Nanjean Schultz, Coon Valley Tax Service, located on the kind of northwest side, I guess you would call it, of Coon Valley. And, of course, you're enjoying the games on Coon Valley Telecommunications, Channel 14. The winner of today's ball game moves on and plays another game following probably about a half hour at the conclusion of this one. Meanwhile, the team that winds up in second place here today, their season is done.
To the home half of inning number 2, it's going to be the 9-1-2 batters in the order here for Bi-State. This is Eli Kraus. Number 5, the left fielder leading things off, and then back to the top of the order. Called strike. Count it 2-1 to Kraus. Ground foul. Good hustle there by Rathel, the catcher, in case it was to go fair. Two and two. The breaking ball just misses. And it's Bo Milutinovic out on the mound. That's a walk to Kraus.
Second baseman, Nick Schultz.
Back to the top of the order. It'll be Nick Schultz. Schultz with a single in his first at bat. Runner takes off, and the throw is going to be wide of second, but Nedlund backs it up before the runner can take off. So a stolen base. Now Schultz with a runner on second. He'll be followed by Jerry Weber and Owen Hawes.
Both teams are going to challenge the catchers today.
Yeah, it's what it appears. I think Westby already with 4 stolen bases. That was the second stolen base for Bi-State. There's a hopper. It's going to be a tough play, but a nice play there by Connor Butzler. And a good bounce on that second one, and out number one. Runner advances. Bring up Jerry Weber. Weber reached on a fielder's choice, stole the base, and scored in the first. It's down to Coach does Weber to check and see if there's any play on. There's a base hit to right field by Weber. Kraus will score. That'll bring up Owen Hawes with one out. Runner on again. Hawes struck out in his first at bat. Hawes just finished his junior year in high school. The hand up like he's going to bunt. Brings the hand back down, throw down to second. And another stolen base.
Well, that time Rathel's throw was right on the bag, but the stolen base just a touch earlier.
Pitch to Hawes. Goes behind the helmet. The count at 1-1 with one out. Runner on second. It's going to get away from the catcher. And Weber to third. Count 2-1 on Hawes. Litnovich. Pitch. Going to be a strike on Hawes. The count at 2-2. Count full. And runner from third doesn't try to score. Hawes down to first with a walk.
Bandits had someone in the bullpen warming up, and that session's complete.
Okay. Defensively, again, Litnovich is pitching. Rathel behind the plate. First base, Cale Griffin. Gavin Larson playing second base. Connor Butzler, the shortstop. Blake Sutton is there at third. This is going to bring up Logan Barr. Barr doubled to right center field in his first plate appearance and scored then. Close play there at first. The outfield for Westby Coon Valley, Bodie Dempsey, Devin Nedland, and Lucas Bendel. Runners at first and third. Barr fouls one off. Another throw over to first. Safe again. Runner takes off. There's a fly ball out towards right center field, and it's going to be the right fielder that will catch it and gets it in before the runner at third can advance.
That was a
nice play by Bendel.
That was a great job by Bendel to hit the cutoff man right on the pitcher's mound in Cale Griffin.
Brings up Sean McCoy. McCoy walked and ended up on third in that first inning. We're in the second, home half. Another throw over to first.
Three-two score in the game here, Chuck.
I believe so, yes.
Trying to read that.
That's tough to read right
Yeah.
now with the way the sun is. There's a, called strike. Not quite sure a couple times. He gives a very delayed call there. 0-1 pitch. 1-1. McCoy will be a senior this fall. The pitch inside. Count at 2-1. Again, runners at first and third. 2 outs. Miletinovich. The pitch. There's a line drive off the glove of Miletinovich. Good job there by Gavin Larson to field the ball off that deflection. He tosses over to Butzler for out number 3.
Thanks going out to Link Buckles. That's Countertops by Design just outside of Westby. Lori Holte in Coon Valley. That's Eagle Title Company. And Mark Evinger here on the north side of Viroqua with Evinger's Equipment, Sales, and Service helping us out today. Well, as we come back, we have a 3-2 score here with the Bandits of Westby Coon Valley trailing by 1. And we're moving into the, top of the third here, Chuck?
Yes, sir. It'll be Bo Miletinovich, the number 3 batter, followed by Bodie Dempsey and Cale Griffin. 3-4-5 in the lineup. And Miletinovich will get a base hit towards right center field. Right fielder Jerry Weber grabs it and he'll get it in.
He was able to get just enough of the bat on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It literally looked like it was on the end of the bat there for a moment.
Brings up Bodie Dempsey. Dempsey has singled. Stolen a base.
Yeah, a tough batter right here as he's getting the signs from Coach Hamilton.
Dempsey graduated a year ago. Toss over to first. Miletinovich back. Beautiful day here in Viroqua. A little warm. This is summer and it's baseball. No wind. Both the flag in center field and the one up on the hill behind left field is straight down. Temperature probably mid-80s by now, I would almost guess.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Few clouds in the sky, but nothing threatening like last night. Gabe Shepard on the mound. Count 2-1 to Dempsey. Toss over to first.
Pretty much statewide, a lot of the games were canceled until today, similar to what happened to us.
Runner at first takes off. It's a ground ball. It's going to be a tough play, but kind of a nice job by both Shepard and Barr to continue chasing that ball, and it ended up Barr tossing to Shepard for out number 1.
I didn't think for a moment that with Dempsey going down the line that you got 3 people around there. That's too much confusion, but they came through.
They did, yeah. Going to bring up Cale Griffin. Griffin walked in the first inning. Griffin also graduated a year ago. Runner on third is Milutinovic. 1 out.
Pretty big cut on that one. Just got a piece of it, fouling back.
Westby Coon Valley was into the game with an 18-6 record. Called strike 2. It's a shot down the first base side, foul. Whoever will track it down, toss it on in.
Again, a huge gap in left center if he would happen to hit it over the shortstop's head.
Pitch bounces in. Good job by Hawes, keeping it in front of him with runner on third. Count it. Griffin now at even at 2-2. Full. 3-2 pitch on its way, and it'll be a ball. Runners at the corners. Griffin takes a walk.
Second baseman, Gavin Larson.
To bring up Gavin Larson, number 14. Larson has flown out to right field in his first appearance. Will be a junior this fall in high school. Gavin Larson, second baseman. Brewers were ahead 2-1. Now they just give up a 3-run home run, and they trail 4-2.
Nice win last night.
Yes, 8th inning. Pitch, and then thrown right back to the pitcher as Griffin goes to second. Strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. High. It's a ground ball hit towards the shortstop. Good job by the shortstop to grab the ball.
Oh, wow. They called him out.
Yep.
That was close.
It was close, but. And then the throw back to third goes out of play, I believe.
Yep.
And so 2 runs will score here.
Right fielder, Lucas.
Well, I think Barr over there at first helped with that 6'4", 6'5" stretch.
Yeah, sure. There's a ground ball hit towards the shortstop again. And Kendall stays with it, and he'll get the out at first. 2 runs across, though, for Westby Coon Valley in this 3rd inning.
They lead by state now. They're up by 1. 4-3. Our thanks to the Fraternal Order of Viroqua Eagles, Post 2707, helping us today. George and Stephanie Hopkins, Hopkins & Hopkins Law Office, and Dr. Jerry Johnson on the south side of La Crosse, chiropractor, and of course a long-time Legionnaire here for the 138ers. Well, Chuck, let's take a look at what's coming up here in the bottom half of the inning.
All right, it'll be Jackson Kendall, Gabe Shepard, and Xander Wendt. Kendall swings at the first pitch, fly ball out towards Nedland in center. He'll make the catch for out number 1.
1 pitch, 1 out.
We're in the home half of inning number 3, and the score at 4-3.
4-3, yep.
4-3. Westby ahead of Bi-State.
Back and forth game.
Batting now is Gabe Shepard. Shepard has been hit by a pitch. And he'll pop this one up towards second. Gavin Larson will be there. Ooh. And he'll make the catch for out number 2.
Almost a little bit like a basket catch, but he also had his free hand there just in case.
Brings up number 19, the center fielder, Xander Wendt. Wendt popped up to the pitcher for the 3rd out in the first inning. And swings and misses. Wendt will be a senior this fall. Strike 2. No. 1-1. And that is towards the parking lot. Yep. Count it 1-2 with 2 down to Wendt. Pitch from Milutinovic is going to be away. Milutinovic. Check his pitch count for you. I'm not sure which one he is on the board there. But I think he's at 56.
Yep, I think you're right.
And this is a pop-up. Milutinovic will make the call and the catch from the pitcher's mound. And that's 3 up, 3 down for Bi-State here in the 3rd.
Well, our thanks going out to J&R Surplus in DeSoto for your military gear. Nordic Lane, Scott and Sue Sordahl, always something going on every season. And O'Reilly Auto Parts one of those 13 stores that Bill Klemick takes care of right here in Viroqua.
Dr. Jerry Johnson, chiropractor with over 18 years of experience serving the tri-state area. Have your next chiropractic exam with Dr. Jerry Johnson, located on the south side of La Crosse. Chiropractic care for the whole family is Dr. Johnson's focus, regardless of your age. Chiropractic care can enhance one's ability to fight off many afflictions.
Top half of inning number 4. It'll be Ben Rathel, Blake Sutton, and then back to the top of the order and Devin Nedland for Westby. They hold a 4-3 lead the top of the 4th. Gabe Shepard on the mound. That was pitch number 60 for Shepard. Pitch number 61 is a ball. Count at 2-0 on Rathel. Rathel struck out looking for the second out in the second inning. Ground ball towards third. McCoy tries to alley-oop it, and with Rathel's speed, he'll be safe with an E5.
Well, nice job by Ben Rathel just hustling down the line. Tough break there for the third baseman. If he comes up with it, it's probably going to be an easy out. But like you said, he kind of swatted at it a little bit.
Yeah, he did. He pulled his body up instead of staying down. Brings up Blake Sutton. Sutton has walked, stolen a base, and scored. Let's see if Rathel takes a bunt. Pitcher's got it. And good hustle, though, but Sutton will be out on the sacrifice there. Rathel moves on over to second and brings us back to the top of the order in Devin Nedland. Nedland, 1 for 2 today, 6 for 14 in the tournament. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch is outside from Shepard. Owen Hawes behind the plate. Logan Barr is there at first. Nick Schultz at second. Shortstop Jackson Kendall, and Sean McCoy is at third. There's a one hopper to Schultz at second. He'll throw on over to first for the out.
Moving to third, Rathel stands 90 feet away from adding to the Bandit lead at 4-3. They'd love to get another one here.
That'll bring up Connor Butzler. Butzler, 1 for 2. Pitch bounces in, and Hawes keeps it in front of him. It's been very good defense in this tournament. We've only had one game really where, no, 2 games I would say, where defensively it was pretty suspect. One had 7 errors, and another one had 5.
Right.
Memory is correct. It's going to get by the catcher. Catcher, nice hustle back there, Hawes. And the runner at third will stay at third. You know, we've seen some really good catching, in my mind also. Catcher's really
Yep.
keeping the, those ones that bounce in front of them, and then hustling to the backstop and not allowing. This is probably the fourth or fifth time there's been a runner at third. And the catcher's hustle has not allowed that runner to score. So Butzler down to first. Bring up Bo Milutinovic. Milutinovic scored 2 runs, reached on a fielder's choice and a single.
And we're going to get a chat out on the mound. We'll take a little break. Well, Chuck, it seemed like maybe a little longer discussion than normal, but eventually they do break up here.
And Shepard will stay pitching. It's a called strike on Milutinovic. Runners at first and third. 2 outs. The runner at first takes off, and that one's going to get by the catcher, and the runner from third will score easily. Good hustle there by Rathel.
Throw down to second as Butzler had taken a real big turn.
So now into scoring position is Butzler. Milutinovic graduated this past spring. Count 2-1. Now 3-1.
I would imagine here, just knowing the competitive nature of Bo, he wants a pitch that he can get a good swing at.
3-1. And the pitch is the ball. Milutinovic hustles down to first base and gets away from the catcher, and Butzler moves on over to third. Bodie Dempsey batting now. Dempsey is singled.
Yeah, we're going to get another timeout here, Chuck. So
All right.
that means a pitching change on the way. Back we come. A little bit of a delay here because of probably some equipment situation.
Yeah, the pitcher now is Nick Schultz. I know he had wristbands or tape or something on both wrists, and he had to take at least off on the pitching hand side. And there's a fly ball towards left field. It's going to go out of play. We do have some changes. Again, Nick Schultz pitching now. Sean McCoy is at second. Gabe Shepard is in right. And Jerry Weber is at third. Pitch is down, and Milutinovic will move on over to second. Connor Butzler is at third. Milutinovic now on second base. 2 outs. Pitch is taken inside by Bodie Dempsey. Dempsey again single, and then grounded out to the pitcher, 1 for 2. And there's a little ground ball, and that is going to be void, as that was hit in the leg of Dempsey. So ball dead.
Yeah, rolled right off the front shin there, the right shin.
Dempsey gets around quickly on that one. Dempsey graduated a year ago. 1 for 2 today. 6 for 14 in the tournament is Dempsey. Always keeps that in front of him. The count full to Dempsey with 2 outs. And Dempsey will take the walk. And the bases are loaded. That'll bring up Cale Griffin. Griffin 2 walks today. A stolen base, a run scored. 4 for 13 is number 9 in the tournament. Graduated a year ago. Going to take the first pitch for a called strike. They'll pop up towards the third base side, and it's going to fall in before either the third baseman or the catcher could get to it. They counted 0-2 on Griffin. Top half of inning number 4, bases loaded. Westby leading 4-3.
Well, a hit here would be huge for the Bandits.
Yes, it would. And the pitch. And that's going to be too far outside for Griffin to get a swing at it. Schultz wanted that for a strike.
Yes, he did.
A little bit high. And the fastball gets by Griffin, and that is the third out. But one more run across here for Westby Coon Valley in the 4th.
4-3, we keep it at. Check that, 5-3. We'll come back with more baseball action here from the Park Bowl. Well, our thanks going out to a couple more of those terrific sponsors helping us out today. It's Organic Valley, Cashton and Lafarge, Peck's Corner, Nick Brigham out there in County D outside of Cashton, and right here in downtown Viroqua, Chet Melcher on Main Street, Proline Printing.
Bottom of 4, first pitch swinging is number 5, Eli Kraus. It's one hopper to Butzler. Butzler on over to Griffin for out number 1. Back to the top of the order here in the 4th for Bi-State.
Well, they say sometimes your best pitch is the first one, and
yes,
that's what he thought.
Bring up Nick Schultz. Schultz 1 for 2. Schultz, kind of a tough series batting. 1 for 12. Again, just make a note, these are very unofficial stats, but we think very close. Pitches outside to Schultz. Schultz will be a senior this year. And there is a walk. Schultz reaches with 1 out here in the 4th. You know, I may be mistaken here, but I think Milutinovic, even though he just gave up a walk, he's settled down and kind of settled into the pitching spot there.
I was actually just kind of thinking the same thing, Chuck, because I thought, boy, you know, that first part of that first inning or two.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's seemed to be a little more under control with those pitches right now.
Mm-hmm. This is Jerry Weber batting. That pitch, as we say that, wild pitch there, and Schultz will go on down to second. Jerry Weber reached twice, once on a hit, once on a fielder's choice, scored 1. 2 stolen bases already for Weber. Weber 1 for 9 in the tournament. He'll be a senior this next fall. You know, we're not too far away from football season.
You know, that starts up, I think, August 1st, I believe. The
first practices.
Tuesday, yeah.
This is going to be popped up. Catcher's going to call for it. Tough play, but he'll make a nice grab there. Ben Rathel, out number 2.
You know, you get that mask off, you locate the ball, and be careful not to go too far underneath it because it'll be spinning back on you.
Mm-hmm. Going to bring up Owen Hawes, the number 3 batter in the order here for Bi-State. Hawes has struck out and reached on a walk. Hawes 1 for 9 now in the tournament.
Bullpen action going on. They needed a player out there to act as a backstop. So that's why there was a short delay there.
Pitch to Hawes is a ball. Ball 2. 2 outs here in the 4th for Bi-State. They called strike. Pitch number 69, I believe, for Milutinovic. This is swung on, popped up towards left. The left fielder comes all the way in. That's Dempsey. It was up there a long ways. and he'll make the catch for out number 3. We go to the 5th.
Our thanks going out to Rudy's Bar and Hotel down in Genoa overlooking the Mississippi River. Kevin Blusky Agency, Rural Mutual Insurance right here in Viroqua. Scenic Bluffs Community Health Centers, of course, you'll find them throughout the area. Cashton is your corporate office. And in Coon Valley, Sealand's Carpet Land. Thanks to Tim Sealand and his family supporting today's broadcast. Well, how about a couple more of those wonderful sponsors as we come back to today's ball game? Snowflake Ski and Golf, a timber coulee, beautiful facility down there in Westby. Street Smarts Driving School, and of course that's Kelly Olson and his great job, along with Swenson Doors on the south side of Viroqua. Well, back to you, Chuck.
All right, Gavin Larson batting. He swings at the first pitch and it'll go foul. Larson 0 for 2 today. 4 for 14 in the tournament. He'll be a junior this fall in high school.
Oh, thank you.
The fly ball out towards right field. The right fielder will come in a few steps. That's Gabe Shepard, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Swing and miss. Nick Schultz on the mound. There's a ground ball through the hole there between shortstop and third, and it's going to get past the left fielder. And on that error by the left fielder, Eli Krause, Bendel will take second.
Yeah, he didn't waste any time on that. As soon as that ball slipped by, he just kept right on moving, never hesitated.
Ben Rathel steps up now. Rathel doing a nice job. There's a little bouncer to the pitcher, pitching covering. He's going to throw on over to first for out number 2.
That one just hugged the grass and stayed off that lip. Otherwise, it might have rolled foul.
Going to bring up Blake Sutton, number 3. The third baseman. Blake has walked and stole a base, scored a run, and then grounded out to the pitcher. And that was by sacrifice. So Blake batting for the third time in this game. Two outs. Runner at third is Lucas Bendel. 1-2 pitch from Schultz. There's a base hit towards left field. Left fielder didn't quite get it cleanly on the bounce, but stayed with it enough that does it allow Sutton to go to second.
Again, a nice line drive there just over the head of the shortstop, picking up the RBI.
Another run will score for Westby. Back to the top of the order, and Devin Nedland. Nedland 1 for 3 today. The runner takes off to second, and he'll be safe with a stolen base. Again, Blake Sutton. Second stolen base. Nedland 1 for 3 today. 6 for 15 in the tournament. Will be a junior this fall in school. Strike called. Way inside. Nedland able to keep the knees out of the way of that one. That would have hurt. One-two pitch. Throw down to second.
That's always gutsy, but played it well on the one hop.
he did, and you're right, gutsy. But the Went was ready to back that. Was backing that up. Ground ball to the second baseman, McCoy, on over to Barr for out number 3. But Westby picks up another here in the top of the 5th.
Our thanks going out to Thirsty Turtle down there in Stoddard. A great place to go for lunch. Thrive Wellness in Cashton. That's Dr. Martin Midas helping us out today. And stop in and see Terry at T's Auto Sales and Service in Stoddard on the south side.
Bottom half of inning number 5. It'll be Logan Barr, Sean McCoy, and Jackson Kendall. 4, 5, 6 in the lineup here for Bi-State. They find themselves trailing 6-3. Bottom of the 5th again. Logan Barr, big fellow batting. And he'll take the first pitch outside. Barr 1 for 2 with a double, and a run scored. 4 for 8 in the tournament for Barr. The fly ball out towards right center field. Lucas Bendel will be there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1.
Winner of this game will turn around and face the Viroqua 138ers. I would imagine, the pace of the game, probably around, 4:45, 5 o'clock, somewhere in there?
I'm going to say at least 5 o'clock, yeah. Probably a half hour between games, 20 or whatever. Depends how this game goes, but we're right at 4 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
And Brewers got beat 4-2. Milutinovic. That was pitch number 74. A called strike. Sean McCoy walked, and it hit into a fielder's choice. McCoy 2 for 8. Swings and pops this up over towards the right side. Good job there by Ben Rathel. Covered some ground from the catcher's spot and was able to catch that one for out number 2.
He had plenty of help around him, but he was up for the task.
Yep. Jackson Kendall will bat now. Kendall 1 for 2 in this game, 2 for 9 in the tournament. He's played a nice shortstop, has Kendall. Fly ball out towards right. Lucas Bendel will be there, and he'll make his second catch of the inning for the 3rd out. We go to the 6th. Westby with the lead.
Tractors Central between Westby and Viroqua helping us out today. Appreciate Don Wallace and the crew. You're watching on Vernon Communications Channel 14. And our 2 Touchstone Electric cooperatives, Vernon Electric and Richland Electric, helping us out with today's broadcast. And don't forget Vernon Acres and Vernon Manor, both under the direction of Amanda Huff on the north side of Viroqua, bringing you the action.
Top of the 6th inning. It'll be the 2-3-4 batters in the lineup here for Westby. And the first pitch swing, and Connor Bustler takes it towards right field. And Gabe Shepard will make the catch for out number 1.
That one didn't sound very crisp, like it might have been in on the hands a little too close.
Going to bring up Bo Milutinovic, the number 3 batter in the lineup here for Westby Coon Valley. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Milutinovic reached on a fielder's choice, stole the base and scored, and then singled and scored in the 3rd. And he's got himself another single.
Right back up the gut like he had done before.
Going to bring up Bodie Dempsey. Dempsey singled, stole the base. Rounded out 1-3 and then walked. Number 21, the left fielder. Six for 14 in the tournament is Dempsey. Pitch is outside. Runner on first base with Milutinovic with 1 out. Pitch is fouled up in the air and back towards the screen, but out of the reach of Hawes. Nuck Schultz on the mound for Bi-State. Owen Hawes behind the plate. Toss over to first. It's going to get away from the first baseman. And Milutinovic on to second. Logan Barr is the first baseman. Good sized target over there. Sean McCoy playing second. Jackson Kendall at third. There's a ground ball. It's going to get through the hole between first and second for a single. And Milutinovic will hold at third. Cale Griffin batting now. Griffin has walked twice. Second time he stole a base and scored, and then struck out in his last plate appearance. 4 for 14 in the tournament for Griffin. Called strike on Griffin. Nick Schultz on the mound. Ground ball towards second. The second baseman's going to bring the throw home. And the runner from third is going to be out. And for my book here, Ken, that was from 4-2, correct?
Correct, yes.
That's second out of the inning. Nice play by McCoy.
Yeah, he hung right in there. It was going to be one of those where you're probably going to get a little bit of a collision.
Mm-hmm. And good job by Hawes back of the plate there too. Might have caught a cleat there in the hand, but he's ready to go. Those catchers are always tough.
They are.
Runners at first and second. 2 down. There's Gavin Larson. Larson takes one down the third base line. Excuse me, the first base line out of play. Larson 0 for 3 today, 4 for 15 in the tournament. Larson will be a junior this fall in school. Pitch taken for a ball. Count at 1-1. Ground ball towards the middle. It's going to get through there as a base hit. The runner from second trying to score. The throw is going to come home. He will score, and then the throw goes from the catcher towards third. Gets by the third baseman, and 2 runs will score on that play there.
Well, they probably are breathing a little more sigh of relief getting those insurance runs right there.
Mm-hmm. I would think so. Score now being 2 more this inning. 3, 4. What have I got on the board? Can you read that?
Board
Ken?
says 8-3.
Okay, yeah, 8-3. Two outs. Lucas Bendel batting. Bendel swings and misses. And that's the end of the top of the 6th. Westby picks up a couple more runs, and as Ken said, the score at 8-3.
Well, thanks going out to the VFW of Viroqua right here on the south side. Thanks to Mr. Sherry and all the great crew down there. Viroqua Hills Golf, thanks to Ryan and the crew on the south side off from Highway 14. And, of course, WCCU, Westby Co-op Credit Union, with that mobile bank. You got to love that. Back with more baseball action in a moment's time. Well, Chuck, we just kind of methodically moving through the innings here.
Yes, we are, and it's the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Gabe Shepard, Xander Wendt, and Eli Kraus. Shepard swings to the first pitch. It's going to go out of play. Shepard has been hit by a pitch and a pop up to the second baseman. Milutinovic on the mound. And Milutinovic, that was his pitch number 80. Out 2-1 to Shepard. Shepard 4 for 8 in the tournament, and there's a ground ball hit to Butzler, and Butzler over to Griffin for out number 1.
Nice job by Butzler staying down on that.
Yep, staying down, and this will bring up Xander Wendt.
He's been doing a nice job out in center field, backing up a lot of plays.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Hustle, I think, huh?
Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, that's one of the things that you always tell the defense. There's something to do virtually on every play.
Yep.
Some of them listen, some of them don't. There's a strike. 2 on Wendt. It's that time that you don't back something up.
Yep.
You could, I always used to tell our right fielders, because I always think right field is a pretty special position, very important position. Nice job there by Milutinovic to get the out. 1-3 on Wendt. But I said, you may run over to back up that throw from shortstop or third of the pitcher or whatever. You might run over there 49 times.
Yep.
And never have to do anything. But it's that 50th time, if you take that play off, that's the time that's going to get past the first baseman. And you'll either look good if you're backing it up, or you're going to look real bad.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Because that's what will happen.
Exactly. This is Eli Kraus batting now. Kraus has walked and stole the base and scored a run, and grounded out 6-3. Bottom of the 6th, Bi-State trailing 8-3. There's a shot up the middle by Kraus for a base hit. And back to the top of the order here, Nick Schultz. Schultz, 1 for 2 in the game, and also has a walk. They called strike on Schultz. 1 for 12 in the tournament is Schultz. There's a ground ball hit towards the hole. A good grab there by Sutton at third, and there's a throw and a heck of a nice play there by Blake Sutton. Wow. I thought that was going to be a base hit, but Sutton chased it down and threw, and what a nice play.
Terrific job there. Well, our thanks. Speaking of terrific job, more of our sponsors, the Westby American Legion, always looking for new members. We appreciate their support. The Westby Co-op Creamery helping us out today, as always. Of course, their convenience store downtown Westby. And Shane Nottestead with Zip Stop, 7 convenient locations in our area. Well, back we go here. We'll come back, I should say, to the 7th inning after this. Well, we are going to be moving into the top half of the 7th inning. Looks like Ben Rathel is going to start things off for us, Chuck.
And you are correct, Ken. Top of the 7th, Ben Rathel. He'll be followed by Blake Sutton, and back to the top of the order. Rathel takes the pitch for a ball. Rathel 0 for 3 today. 3 for 14 in the tournament. He'll be a junior this fall in high school. It's down to the coach for a sign. And coach might have told him to take a pitch.
Bandits out in front of the Bulldogs, 8-3.
The ground ball towards the shortstop, Kendall. On over to first, and Barr catches it for out number 1. Brings up Blake Sutton. Sutton was the one that made that great grab going to his left, and then the throw to finish that 6th inning off for Bi-State. Sutton a walk, a sacrifice, and a single in this game. He pops that one up and out of play. Sutton 6 for 13 in the tournament. He'll be a senior this fall. There's a base hit for Sutton. Back to the top of the order, and Devin Nedland. Nedland 1 for 4 in this game. Takes a called strike. 6 for 16. There's a shot down the right field side and a base hit for Nedland. And Sutton moves over to third.
I'll need to make that announcement.
Runners at the corner. Toss over to third. Sutton back easily. 1 out. This is Connor Butzler. Butzler takes a called strike. Top of the 7th. Count 1-1 on Butzler. Runner at first takes off, a throw down to third, and it's going to be wide of the third baseman. And Nedlund goes from first to third. And so now we were at 9-3. Butzler with the count of 1-2 on him. Runner at third. Butzler, fly ball towards left field. Good hustle there by Jerry Weber, but not able to catch up to it. Count 2-2 on Butzler. Runner at third is Devin Nedlund. Up next will be Bo Milutinovic. There's a ground ball. Second baseman Coy will get it. Tossed over to Barr. But a run will score.
You know, they even had everybody up, and it was just a good play. The runner taking off on contact, and you want to make sure you get an out.
Yep. There's a base hit here by Milutinovic. Milutinovic, 3 hits in the game today. Seven for 18 now in the series. Brings up Bodie Dempsey. Dempsey, fly ball towards center field. Xander Wentz will hustle and make the catch. For out number 3, we go to the home half of inning number 7. 10-3 is our score.
We'll come back with the final half inning in just a moment's time. Well, back we come here to the Park Bowl. And, there are just a couple quick announcements here, Chuck, before I turn the mic back over to you. One, they are not going to play the second game today if Westby does win this, and they are leading here by a score of 10-3. And that means that right now the tentative time is going to be 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. They'll work that out in a little while. I also want to say, because of that, I get to go to a birthday party now in Westby. Yeah.
All right.
Happy birthday to Willow. We'll see you in, I hope about a half an hour, Willow. So save me a piece of that cake and maybe a small scoop of ice cream. I've been on a big diet now. But happy birthday to the granddaughter in Willow. We'll see you in about a half an hour back in Westby.
This is Andrew Berg batting now for Jerry Weber. There's a call strike on on Berg. And he'll trot on down to first with a walk. And again, it's Milutinovic still on the mound. Milutinovic at pitch number 95. So this will be 31 batting. 31 is C.J. Havens. Batting in the third spot for Hawes. In the bottom half of inning number 7, 10-3 is our score. Westby with the advantage. Bi-State trailing. Pitch number 97 from Milutinovic. Swing and miss by Havens. Another swing and a miss, and Havens will go down swinging for out number 1. bring up number 44. This is Ben Crabtree.
They're going to announce it over there. They brought the portable speaker.
There's a fly ball by Ben Crabtree, and he's got to get himself a base hit. Quick throw in. Nice job by Bendel. Runner had to kind of hold there to make sure it wasn't going to get caught. And he's able to make it to second. Crabtree with a hit. Runners at first and second. There's pitch number 101. And this is number 17. This is Sam Lips batting now. Pitch number 103, a throw down to first. Runner back in. And we're going to have, well, we'll see, wait and see. Maybe we'll have a double play. Nope. That's a walk. And Milutinovic can get one more pitch, I believe. One more batter.
I don't know if he's going to get that chance. Here comes head coach John Hamilton. We'll take a break.
Okay, we're on here with bases loaded. We have a pitching change. This is Beckett Bruggen.
Beckett Briggan.
Briggan, okay, thank you. Beckett Briggan. And batter now is Calvin Rick. One out. Pitch gets away from the catcher. Runner stays at third. There's a one caught by
Wow.
Butzler there at shortstop. He'll get the runner at second. And our game is now over.
Two pitches. and you get a double play out of it to end the inning. And I tell you what, Rick had a nice job getting the ball, bat on the ball. So the quick recap coming up here in just a moment's time. We can tell you that ball game that now that Westby has won, it is official. They will play tomorrow at 5 o'clock. They will move into that back into that bracket of championship. It is still an elimination game for them, though. They will have to defeat the Viroqua 138ers in Game 1 to force a Game 2. We'll be back in a moment's time with Chuck and a recap of today's ball game. We return here to the Park Bowl. The announcement again made that the next game will be at 5 o'clock tomorrow, Monday afternoon, as Westby picks up a win here by, what was that final margin?
10-3, Ken.
10-3, thank you. And that was a pretty good ball game, and Milutinovic really turned things around from that first inning or two, and he finished the game with 104 pitches, and then Beckett Brigham came in and through 2 pitches, got a double play to finish off the game. But let's go through that recap that you have there, Chuck.
All right, we'll go with Bi-State first. They come up on the short end of a 10-3 decision. 3 runs on 6 hits. None of their batters today had multiple hits. For Westby Coon Valley, they again win by a score of 10-3. 10 runs on 12 hits. Multiple hits for Nedland. He goes 2 for 5. Milutinovic goes 3 for 4. Bodie Dempsey goes 2 for 4. And Blake Sutton goes 2 for 2. So Westby wins, and they will play Viroqua tomorrow at, you said, 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock now. We will be on the air at 4:30. Should be a dandy ball game coming up here. Could be 2, might only be 1. If Viroqua wins the 5 o'clock game, they will move on and head to the state tournament down at Prairie du Chien to defend their two-time state championship trophy, I guess is how we could say it. Meanwhile, the Westby Coon Valley squad will have to pick up the win to force a second game, which would probably be like a 7:30 kind of start. But that all remains to be seen. Chuck, thanks again for coming up here. We had 2.5 games, it feels like.
Yeah, we had a couple situations like that.
Yes.
But exciting, and again, very good. Thanks for having me.
You betcha. Well, we will see everyone back here on Channel 14 and on Twitch tomorrow, 4:30 on the air, 5 o'clock, your first pitch. So long for now. Western Wisconsin Video Productions here from the Park Bowl.